Hello, sir. How are you?
So, Mr. McCoy, let's talk about something funny.
Okay.
Actually, it's not very funny, but it's actually quite sad. Your lawyer came to me, was it yesterday or was it the day before, asking for a PR bond?
Monday.
Asking me to give you a PR bond. Do you think that was a good idea? To give you a PR bond?
What the judge is really talking about here is a PR bond, short for personal recognizance bond. That's when someone gets released from jail without paying bail, based solely on the court's trust that they'll return for future hearings. The catch: Miss McCoy has a track record of not showing up, which automatically paints her as a flight risk. So the question is, should repeat no-shows even be given this kind of bond in the first place?
Are we looking at the history?
Hey,
Okay.
you've never, ever once appeared on your own here when we give you a PR bond. Every case that we have with you sits at around 10,004, 10,005, because you never appear. When you come to court, good things happen. Do you understand? If you ever need help, if you need a place to sleep, if you need food to eat, if you need a cell phone or tablet, anything you need, all you have to do is come and ask, and we will bend over backwards to help you in any way that we can. But when you continually fail to appear, you become a flight risk, and we just can't trust you. So he came to me asking for this PR bond. I laughed because I know if I give you one, like little wings on a bird, bye, you just don't come. Next time, if you pick up a case, come and we'll help you with whatever you need. I don't care what it is, anything you want, I'll give you. You want treatment, you want help, anything. You now stand charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 12 days that you've done. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Ms. McCoy. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. You know, you've spent the better part of the last 4 years in and out of custody for one thing or the other. Before you know it, 20 years will have passed and you will end up in such a bad place. You're going to look like the things on the street that you'd never think that you would be if you continue at the rate that you are. You need a change before you really do some damage that you can't crawl out of. How do you plead to the criminal trespass? Guilty or not guilty?
Watch closely. This is the moment McCoy pleads guilty. And it's a game changer. With just 2 words, she gives up her right to a trial, her right to challenge witnesses, and even her right to appeal. It's like locking every legal door behind her. Now here's the real dilemma. Would you take 30 days in jail to avoid the risk of a longer sentence, or gamble it all at trial?
It's all right. You know what we're doing, right?
Do you want me to talk to her for a moment? I don't.
No.
Okay.
I mean, your plea, do you know what we're doing? We're doing a plea for guilty, right? Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Come back next time. All right, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Was it 13 days credit?
12. I didn't. Mr. Proctor,
Okay.
he's not here.
Okay.
He's a bond. He has a surety bond. I called his bond company. I called his dad. I called him. Can we roll it till tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay.
Set BF tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
I'll show it tomorrow.
I got you. Thanks.
Oh,
Miss Lovey.
okay.
So I wanted to address the BDR.
Where is Miss Levy?
It's right there.
Come up, ma'am. So here's Shreya, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send her for a drug and alcohol test now.
We already did. She came back negative, Judge.
Oh, great. Good job. But if you miss again, it's not going to go well.
So,
It is your responsibility to let Shreya know if you're going out of town, if you have some other obligation, because we can always work something out. But I'm not going to continue to do this. If you miss again, it's just not going to go well for you.
so Judge, that's what we want to talk about. So when I was first appointed to her, Miss Lovey talked to me about her work schedule. And I said, look, let's just wait and see what happens with the UAs. If you get called in for a UA, but you have work, I don't want you to lose your job. I told her that.
Yes.
So
They give you a sufficient amount of time to
that
come.
same day.
Yeah, the 6 hours.
Yes. So she's a behavioral technician at Action Behavior Center.
Yes.
Yeah. She cannot take off work.
They penalize me.
So, and do you want to talk to the judge about that?
Yes. I bought some printouts as well on my work's attendance policy. So we have like a 2 weeks ahead of time type thing. They'll let me off. I had to beg and say it was like a life emergency just to get Thursday. I also have asked before because I remember the original court date was for Tuesday, the 18th, I believe. And 2 weeks ahead of time, that court date, I wasn't scheduled to appear. And I said, since I missed that UA, would it help for me to appear in court that day, even though I'm not required to come, to show that I'm okay with appearing to test? Testing is not something I'm trying to avoid or anything, but if I can put, time and effort into make my appearances, be here, and also keep my job security, is there a way that we can balance those two things? Because I have no problem showing up in testing or anything like that. I also live in Humble, Texas. So traffic times, I get off work anywhere between 4:30 and 5:30 every day. And I did bring some printouts just in case that's needed of our policies and everything.
I'm not going to take off the fact that you're not supposed to use alcohol or drugs.
Right. Absolutely. But is there a way we can schedule her testing? Even if you want her,
And that defeats the whole purpose of it being random. You know,
I know.
because that's how we catch people. If you know when the test is going to be, it defeats the purpose of it being random. So why do we do this? Why don't we just work something? If you get called on again, call Shreya, and then Shreya can come to me, and then we can work something out somehow. You know?
Okay, and every single time I will need your work schedule.
Yes, and I have printouts
So
from the
just
missed date as
send
well.
called on, let Shreya know. Shreya can come to me, and we can try to work something.
Okay.
Okay? Because I don't know, you may not get called again. I don't know. You probably will because you missed now, right? But just if and when they do call you, let Shreya know and we'll try to work something out. Okay? Okay. Good luck. Yes, ma'am.
And then we'll just get a reset on
Let's
this.
get a reset. And your appearance is no reason for you to come, unless, of course, there's a.
So, and I say that, but your appearance was waived, but then when you have the UA, because you can't go to court, then you're gonna have to
Because-
show.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Good morning, Mr. Rivas. Good morning. Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're also charged with possession of marijuana ×2, right?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
So I guess both of the weed cases are being dismissed in exchange for this.
Yes.
You need to understand, Mr. Rivas, that this case is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, like I said, it's going on your record. It'll be there forever. This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send you to it. I'll run your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good day. Step over here.
Yes, Judge. And he's going to come in and sign the conditions tomorrow. I just wanted to talk to you about it beforehand so I could tell him what they're going to be.
Oh, okay. What's your cost?
It is,
So you're just not going to be here tomorrow?
yes, sir. I'm going
Just do
to be,
PC tomorrow?
I'm going to be in Galveston and yeah, we'll waive
Know
PC.
that you can always Zoom.
I know, but it's always hard to do that.
Okay, not a problem. What's your cost?
255-5734.
On Garcia.
Yes, sir. Got it. And it's a .1213 breath test. He hit a police car that was blocking an accident scene as he pulled up. No one was in the car. It was blocking the scene. That's the situation.
You want to read it real quick? Oh, we're still going to do it tomorrow.
Oh, we're still doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, we're just kind of like informal PC.
Thank you.
No, never.
I have
Yeah.
to leave until, one affidavit, but whenever you're ready.
I can come after this.
Yeah, no problem. Whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay. You ready?
Oh, which one?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, got it.
So on March 15th, 2025, an officer was working a crash scene in Pasadena, Harris County, Texas. At approximately 1:15 a.m., the officer heard tires squeal and a vehicle collision a short distance away. The officer observed a vehicle had collided with a fully marked police vehicle with emergency lights activated. The officer observed the defendant to be the driver and sole occupant, and he appeared confused and had glossy eyes. The defendant exited the vehicle, and the officer observed red glossy eyes, slurred speech, uncoordinated and lethargic movement, and the odor of alcohol emitting from the defendant's person. The defendant admitted to drinking 2 beers. SFSTs were conducted 6 out of 6 on the HDN, 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn, 2 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to the breath specimen, results .134 and .123.
Any priority to be honest?
No, Judge. Well, sorry.
There's someone else's criminal history. There's no DWIs on it, but there's clearly someone else's criminal history attached to his out of California.
So that's incorrect. That's not his criminal history. is what
No,
you're
there's
saying?
no way it can,
Okay.
I can show it to you. It's about every other crime other than DWI is listed from 2017 all the way to now. He's never lived in California. His name is Cesar Garcia.
Yeah, there's got to be a quintillion Cesar Garcias. But does it match up with the FBI number? I mean, because they always have an FBI number, you know?
I can show you the history if you want to see it, Judge, so you can see it's literally like he wouldn't be here. There's ag robberies, ag assaults, robberies, all of
I
them.
don't know. Do you see any prior DWIs?
No prior DWIs on the California history.
So, I mean, I guess do this, if there's no prior DWIs, I'm not going to put an interlock on it, right? I'm going to order them, no drugs, no alcohol, randoms,
Yes, sir.
randoms. That's it. But look to see if it's him or not.
Right, absolutely. I've seen this happen before.
And of course we have to.
Yeah, so
It happens.
we'll look into it.
So yeah.
Because of his age, it just didn't add up.
Oh, is he young?
He's 26 and his history goes back to 27.
I've seen people here 19 with the laundry. So yeah, you're good. So just pick a date and then we'll do PC again with him. Just no drugs, no alcohol, and randoms. That's it.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. Did you need something, counsel? Oh, he's coming. We're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, for the result.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Thank you.
go to Alan Villasana. Mr. Villasana, you were charged with 2 cases. You were charged with theft. You were also charged with racing on a highway. On both of those cases, you were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
The theft or the racing?
Yeah, start on the theft because it's the earlier one. Yeah.
On January 1st, 2025, officers were dispatched to a shoplifter call at a Target in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the loss prevention employee, called the officer regarding a theft in progress at the location and observed a Hispanic male wearing a tan hoodie and black shorts making a selection and removed the security tape from a JBL speaker box and placed other products inside the shopping cart. The complainant proceeded to keep the surveillance on the male and observe the defendant proceed to exit past all points of sale without any intent to pay for the items. The officer reviewed the surveillance and observed the complainant make contact with the defendant at the front entrance and attempted to retrieve the stolen items, and the defendant proceeded to leave the Target and enter a black Chevrolet Spark. With the assistance of a license plate reader, reader, and TLO, the officer determined the motor vehicle to be driven by the defendant and obtained a Texas driver's license, which the officer believed completely matched the Hispanic male captured on the surveillance footage. The total taken was $499.03.
Okay. On the racing, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 15th, 2025, the officers observed a black Toyota Camry and a silver Chrysler sedan traveling at a high rate of speed on the main lanes of the Katy Freeway. Officers attempted to catch up to the motor vehicles traveling 120 miles per hour to keep the motor vehicles in sight, but both motor vehicles were still outgaining speed. The posted speed limit was 65 miles per hour. But both the defendant and the silver Chrysler were racing in competition side by side at points with both.
Wait, did you catch that? The defendant just admitted he's raced before and even said he would have tried to outrun the cops if his gas tank wasn't empty. That's a bombshell in court. Judges don't take words like that lightly. It screams intent and recklessness. So here's the question. If you were the judge, would you trust him not to do it again, or would you lock him up on the spot?
Motor vehicles accelerating at a high rate of speed, attempting to outdistance and outgain each other. While the defendant and the Chrysler were racing, they were making evasive lane changes and failing to signal lane change, cutting off multiple motor vehicles to get around traffic, causing victims with their motor vehicles to take evasive actions to avoid collisions. The defendant's motor vehicle at one point drove on the right shoulder to pass vehicles in the right lane and was in front of the silver Chrysler. A traffic stop was initiated.
So driving on the shoulder
Yes,
to
on the
get.
shoulder. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, who was the driver. The defendant admitted that he was racing with the other vehicle and that this was not his first time racing, but his first time arrested, and that he would have ran from the officers if he had more gas in the motor vehicle.
Mr. Villasana, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke the bond on both of your cases and I'm going to put you in jail. I'm also ordering you now not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
How long?
While this case is open, if I find that you do, likewise, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Can you print me out more affidavits, please? You're not to go to any target whatsoever as well. If I find that you pick up a third case, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. And if that means putting you in jail and making your bonds high, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
I didn't have a job right now, so I can't.
Okay. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out and I'll take a look at it with you. Hey, I'm not done talking to you. I'll have you take a look at I'll have you fill it out. I'll take a look at it. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'm going to have you come back because I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. And then you'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions.
I won't be able to come back. I don't have a right.
Figure it out. I'll get you a lawyer and we'll start talking. But I don't want any more problems. Do you understand?
No, I haven't been in problems like 5 years. This is the first time I had a case since 5.
Don't. Please.